Berkland here with CindyBerkland.com, and I'm super excited. I have an amazing guest today. I have been fortunate to have met Mr. Barry McCullers about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we met in an event, Jags and Jets for Miracle Flights, right?
Yep. So they were raising money, and I ran into Barry, and we struck up a conversation, and we've been chit-chatting about business ever since, and we had some good conversations yesterday, and I said, I want you on the podcast because I feel like we're going to be able to really work together. And Barry has a lot of really powerful things to share. What I wanted to bring alive today is I wanted to talk a little bit about procrastination. I brought this up before. As you guys know, I'm in the money business. I do mortgage, and I'm here to support you changing your life. But I have a saying, and that's inaction breeds doubt and fear, and action breeds confidence and courage. And Barry and I were talking about this, and he's been in business a long time, and the big business deal killer or taking your life forward a lot of time has to do with procrastination.
True. I mean, one of the things that I was lucky to have was a hardcore mother. You know what I mean? She was hardcore. I loved her. Like a lot of people back in those days, I'm 55 years old, so I lived in the South. It was rural, so battered woman, smart, brilliant. But what she'd do is she'd say, it's 8 a.m, get out of here and come back when it's dark. Because there's peaches and plums and everything. So, there was no procrastination. So what I've learned in my life, if it's to be, it's up to me. Mm-hmm. Okay? There's a lot of support in the world, but no one's coming. No one's coming for your soul except heaven, Jesus. Everybody else trying to get it. Mm-hmm. So I've never talked like that until now, but the world's gotten really bizarre. Mm-hmm. So I lean back on my experience, and my experience is robust because I had to survive, just like everybody else did. But my mentality has always been wake up in the morning with a bunch of great ideas, you know what I mean? And go out and execute those ideas. So I think what Cindy wants to talk about is the procrastination of doing what's necessary to have your finances in order, your house in order. Yeah. And if it's to be, it's up to me. Yeah. And if you don't have what you want, get better skills. That's what I say. And you're like, well, I can't get better skills, Barry. I'm working all the time. I got kids. I got homeschool. I get it. Then you find someone that you can know, like, and trust, and you allow them to call you to action, and you take the directives that you know is best for you. Mm-hmm. And what I would say today is take the action to learn enough about Cindy to do business with her. At least find out if you can't do business with Cindy, you never do it with anybody. So that's what I want to start off with. Lean into your own knowledge. Do your own research. Don't believe anything that anybody tells you because you can't. Right. And you have to find your family. And it's not the ones you grew up with. Why are there everything in your life till you're 15 and then they're called siblings when you're 18? You know what I mean? You can love the people that you meet if they're lovable. So what I'm here today is to say, guess what? It's a new day, it's a new dawn. And you have to take the action. Inaction is one of the most tragic things in the world. So when I met Cindy, I'm like, that lady's doing stuff. There's a lot of people around her. A lot of stuff going on. But what's really happening? There's a lot of sand on the beach, but how many castles are being built? Right? So that's what I came today, is just to share. If you're hearing my voice, if you see my face, if you are not, you're not satisfied with your current status quo, at least share it with someone who has experience that's done it themselves. If you want to drive a Ferrari, don't ask someone how their Supra's running, because you got to be around Ferrari people to get a Ferrari. Who you spend time around is who you become. Absolutely. So if you want to become more like a successful person that you can spend worrying about your time, which is your money, which is your family, because if we don't have the time to spend with our family, we're spending them with nothing. Yeah. So you got to get the money. And unfortunately, it's not for the love of money, it's for the love of yourself and your family, and to build a lineage, to pass on something more than a bunch of bills.
Well, and a lot of what we were talking about earlier too is, you're talking about taking massive action. Well, part of taking action is in this, what we're discussing, It's not about making more money, going out and making more money at a job. You've got to partner with your money. And I always say your money sitting in your bank account is actually living rent free. You've got to make your money pay rent. And that's called interest, compound interest. And here's the bottom line. If you're not growing your money in an account where it's risk free, it's staying ahead of inflation, and it's staying away from taxes. I like not paying taxes. I'm willing to pay taxes, just not more than my fair share. And I don't believe any of us should be paying more than our fair share. And a 401k, you're going to be paying more than your fair share. And when I'm talking about taking action, it looks like getting with someone like myself and getting your money to pay rent. Okay, it's compound interest. How are you going to do that? You got to make a phone call. It's not just about working harder. It's working smarter. That's what your money working for you should be doing. It's a partnership.
You only got so much time, and you got to trade your time for your life experience, the things that you recall. When you recall your life, what did you do? All the wealthiest people in the world, they say, hey man, what do you wish you had more of? They say, I wish I had more time with my family. Mm-hmm. Because they don't need the money anymore. They want to... Really, really, really successful people, I think, are driven by a game. The most successful men are drawn to the most successful games and the most competitive games. But you are in charge of your life and your game. So when you get up, if you're putting $20 into your account, then it's something that you're buying tomorrow. They say a lot, I'm into digital assets. Crucify me. I don't care. I'm one of the ones that actually came out on the other side. And we always say hodl. You know what I mean? Hold. You got to buy and hold. If you're trading, you know what I mean? You're going to get wrecked is what happens. So if you're out there thinking that the next day you're going to get it done, something's going to come. Something's going to either catch your motivation to where I want to do that now, or something that's going to set you in your seat going, you got to be steady. You got a daily cost average into this thing. Yep. You know what I mean? Because if you sit back and go, I'm fearful, and you I'm going to just do this. It's kind of like dieting. Dieting doesn't work because you stop dieting after a while. So what I'm encouraging to do, if you're watching this, is to give Cindy a call, actually lay it all out on the table, take that 28 to 33 minutes, ask yourself, why am I doing the things I'm doing in my life? What are those things doing to me? And if they're not positive, where else in my life am I hurting myself? Mm-hmm. So, I don't think she's a psychologist, but at the end of the day, your money makes you feel happy. Even if you know where it's not. Yeah. Even if you know where I don't have money at least you know where you don't have it. So that's all I'm here to do today. And back in 2000, I was a stockbroker. Rare. I had a GED from high school, and I was able to pass the Series 7. I was a stockbroker at A.G. Edwards. There's 7,000 brokers. I had less than a high school diploma. One. But I made 100 on options. Don't know. Okay, weird stuff happens in life. But what I learned by being a steward of other people's money is that when you earn it yourself and you take care of it and you grow it, it's important to you.
Yes.
If it's given to you, handed to you, taken for granted, or if you don't respect it, it goes faster than you get it.
Yes.
So if you want to have a relationship with your life in 2022, you got to have a relationship with money.
That's right.
So come and see Cindy. If you think about it and don't do it, give yourself a demerit.
If this conversation has been meaningful, it's landed, it's hit the engine room, please get a hold of us at cindybirkland.com and let's have a conversation.
Cindy. Birkland.com.